Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Ben the Human and today we're looking at Nordhold. It is a tower, like a pure tower defense sort of city management game. I'm gonna jump right in here and show you about it. It's pretty straightforward as far as the tower defense goes. If you played a tower defense before, you probably played a game similar to this. But what I really like is it has meta progression, and it does have like tower combinations that can get pretty wild. So we're in the tutorial here. Your first tower, build your first tower on one of the hex fields to defend the village. So something that's nice is the field here. This is randomly generated, so every time you trigger the wave, it adds another hexagon to the fog area of the map, and you can continue to build out. The hexagons each have height, so building your towers on a taller hexagon will give you more range, which is generally a good thing. So now we come back here to our settlement here. We're in like this Nordic village or whatever, and we're defending ourselves from demons. I'm not 100% sure what they are. But we won't have towers without an economy, so we will build our lumber camp. And then you assign workers individually to each building in the town. So we would like to assign 2 of our workers here. And we only have 2 workers available overall, so we have 2 out of 2 assigned here. We also see what resources we have available. There's wood, stone, wheat, which we use to make more people, and then we have gold, which is kind of used for a variety of things. These things on the left, these are upgrades that you can make to your buildings. These get reset every time you start a run over. The side on the right is the meta progression, which is unlocked across runs. So as we kill enemies, we'll get more and more of this honor point system down here. And you can use that to unlock things that make your next run easier. So that's what like the Sylvan gift will allow us to start with 10 extra wood, or 20 or 30 the more you unlock. And then this guy's gonna tell us to hit explore, which will trigger the next wave. Use the camera like they told us to. Something that I like to do right away, so we start with 25 gold. The only way to get more, there's a couple ways to get more gold, but one of the most reliable is to come up here to the castle and hit this tax burden, which it takes all of your gold immediately, but the more people you get, the more gold they generate per round. So right now we only have 2 people, but what we would like to do is get the mill working. And then eventually we will have people working in the mill to create more people, which will then give us more gold. It's kind of like a knock-on effect. I like to get that right away. Maybe it might be better to like upgrade your tooling perhaps to get 12 wood per person instead of 10. I don't know. I haven't played a ton of the game yet. I just kind of wanted to get used to the systems, but that's one I kind of latched on to early. We'll see if that's right. I haven't beaten the first boss on the first attempt, so maybe I'm wrong. But we'll try to do better this time. Boost the economy further. We would like to build houses and then recruit more people. So let's build a house. That increases our population cap by 2, and then we will hire workers. Something that we can consider is you could do like procreative power, which makes your workers cheaper to recruit, but I think I just want to go for hiring the worker and then putting them to work in the wheat field to generate more wheat faster. So the next worker we have is at 40. What we could consider doing is stealing a worker from here and putting them to work in the mill. That way we get 20. Next round we end up with 45, and then we can get another worker that then we could put back in the lumber camp. I think I like that, and we still have enough wood to make a tower, a couple towers actually. So something that you want to keep in mind is every time you build a tower, it increases, it doubles, or it doesn't double, it adds the original cost of the tower back on to the next tower. So the first tower costs 10 wood. The second tower will cost 20, and then 30 and 40. So if you look At these other towers, their cost will do something similar. I believe the volcano mortar is 15 stone, and then the second one costs 30, and then 45, and so on. So you want to keep that in mind when you're building your towers. I think I would like to build a tower here, because it covers this bend pretty well. And then I think we'll build a second tower further back here on this 3, and then we're out of wood. We have 10 wood. I don't think we have enough to build any other buildings. And honestly, we don't have people to work them anyway. So let's hit explore. Here's another good point to build a tower on. It's pretty tall. We might want to build a volcano mortar there. I think I'm going to kick up the speed to 2 times. 1x is a little slow. All right, we have enough to recruit another worker. And now we're up to 60 now. But I think I would like to put the original worker to work in this thing. And now we're starting to gather gold to the point that we can upgrade some of our other abilities. This would increase this to 24 per round. Honestly, because we're getting 20 per round, we'll get another worker in 3 rounds. I'm trying to do the math here. I think we should do it like this, where we get... I have a plan. So let's get golden fertility. We're going to get 24 this round. That gives us 29. Next round, we will move one of our lumber people to the mill, and then we'll be able to recruit a third guy 2 rounds from now, and we'll have enough wood to make another defense tower. We probably will have enough honor to unlock the volcano mortar as well. So I think we're in a good position here. We'll just go ahead and explore again. Ooh, nice. I love it when, in a tower defense, when you get lucky enough to double back on your original path. Ooh, and we got an upgrade. So, something I forgot to point out is up here, this wheel, it's kind of foggy right now, but the wheel is showing you what events are upcoming. So we just finished wave 3. We get a banner, which is like a perk essentially, so for your towers. So we have 3 choices here. We have rapid tower or rapid archer. The arrow tower fires 3 bursts of arrows, dealing reduced damage. The fire rate is moderately decreased as well. So instead of firing 1 arrow, they fire 3 arrows at roughly 40% damage. But the fire rate is also reduced. I'm not a huge fan of rapid fire. I think it could synergize well if you have like on-hit effects like poison or bleed or something. But so far I've not enjoyed that too much. Lucky shot I think is okay. It's just a flat damage increase, and there's a 10% chance to shoot an extra arrow, which is not bad. This is also really nice because each arrow tower you build starts generating wood, plus it gives you that 12% damage upgrade anyway. So I think I'm gonna go for Timberwind Mark. First tower can be upgraded. This is the other thing that happens in this game, is as your towers kill enemies, they will gain experience that you can then reinvest into their stats. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the fire rate of our archer tower, and then I'm also going to go ahead and change the way the focus is. So you can get pretty specific on what each tower is focusing on. When I have a fast shooting tower, just an arrow tower, I like to shoot the furthest along enemy is how I like to prioritize it, and then most health. Something that's really useful, and we'll see in the volcano mortar here. I'm gonna go ahead and set fire rate as our auto level. So whenever they gain enough experience, the tower will auto-level fire rate. I prefer that. But what this will allow us to do with the 15 stone we have is we can build this volcano mortar, and we can tell it, rather than going for the most health, go for the enemy that's clustered closest together, which is really cool because this thing fires a lob that hits like an area of effect. So we should be aiming at the largest cluster of enemies at all time. And then we should probably aim for the most health after that. And honestly, I don't think anything else really matters for the mortar. I do like range on the mortar because it can hit more space, but I think it kind of depends on what the path ends up doing over here. And then let's get another arrow tower. I'm tempted to put it here, but I kind of want to see what comes out of this next wave first. Let's steal this worker like I said we were gonna do, and then put them to work here, and then we'll have enough wheat next turn to get another house going. And then we should probably get a stone mine going next level if we can. Let's hit explore. All right, I was hoping it would double back this way, but it didn't. Nice. All right, auto level up for these two. That's great. Is here a good place for a tower? I feel like it is, but maybe not an arrow tower. I'm kind of thinking like this is a pretty slick spot. I wish it was a higher peak, but it covers this area really, really well. Auto fire rate. Oh, I forgot to apply. So this is really nice, is you can just hit X and it applies this priority for all the same towers. So now they all have the same instructions. And then if we build any more of the volcano towers, they will also have that instruction as well. Hire new worker. We don't have enough wood to build the quarry just yet, so let's just throw this guy over here. And the next worker will be available at 80 wheat. We're gonna get 36 and then 72, so we're actually gonna be slightly short. Let's just leave the 3 for now. Well, this will be enough to get the quarry rolling. Yeah, let's just leave the 3 for now. I think it's fine. Maybe we should upgrade axes with the... Yeah, let's upgrade axes with the gold we have. Okay, hit it. So far, the enemies have been pretty easy. We'll start seeing enemies that have a lot more health relatively soon. So now we have a choice of a hero, and basically they offer some kind of passive bonuses, or like instant choice bonuses. So like this guy brings some gold, you get a banner. This guy brings a chest, which I can't remember 100% what the chests do. It's like they have loot, but I can't remember what the loot exactly is. He also has this -% chance of paths branching. I haven't run into a ton of path branching so far. It's probably because I've died too soon. This guy makes tower upgrades cost 1 gold less per tower level plus a bunch of wood. I feel like this could have a really strong knock-on effect. Like as your tower gets a higher and higher level, all of a sudden it's gonna upgrade way, way faster. So I want to give that a try. And then we get 100 wood. So now we can easily build the quarry. We can steal this guy from over here and put him to work in the quarry, because I would like to get more wood to be able to build mortar towers sooner. So 24. We're going to be able to get another person in 2 rounds. And we have a ton of wood. Maybe I steal a person from the lumber camp for now. Put them to work in the quarry, and then give them granite grip, and then we should be able to get another mortar tower right away. And then now we have a lot of wood to like just build a bunch of extra defenses, and each arrow tower we build is going to give us more wood. So maybe we go a little crazy with the arrow towers. That's a good spot. And then maybe one more. It's gonna eat up all the wood we have on hand, but. Okay. This is probably the most towers I built by wave 5 in the game. You can also like kind of speed run the game. It's got just like a timer in the bottom left. I'm way too methodical to even like care about that, but it could be fun for some of you. The other thing that your hero brings you is you have these active abilities. So this guy comes with chain lightning. He's got 2 energy. Each of these costs 1 energy to do. So we have Q, which is an AoE fireball, and then we have E, which is a chain lightning, which does 350 damage to 4 enemies, which reduces each time it jumps. Yeah, and then this one just does a flat 250. So if you get a bunch of guys together, you could possibly do a lot more damage that way. All right, let's go explore. I was hoping the wave would come back towards us. I wonder if like there's technologies or stuff you can unlock in later in the game that would allow you to influence where the towers are going more. And I used the fireball there and just ended those people. Reduce the area of effect of volcano mortar in general, but every 4th shot is much larger. Increase the fire rate just like flat across the board for the bodkin for the arrow towers, or lean into Timberwind Mark further, get more wood, get more damage. I think we should upgrade the banner we have. You're ready to level up. So now here's the question is, what do we want to level up on the mortar? 0.03 just seems like such a tiny it doesn't really move the needle for me. Maybe it does. I feel like the range increase is just a really solid upgrade, but the damage increase also seems really useful too. Could I increase the AoE? I don't think I can. Let's just stick with range. I've done range before and I've liked that upgrade before. So it does look like each increase to the range does have a reduced effect. So but we just upgraded by 2. The next one is only 1.4. I wonder if that's the same thing with the fire rate. No, it looks like fire rate's still a flat 0.1. Maybe I'll revisit that in the future and see if it does change. We can get another mortar, so I think we should. And I think we should put it here, because this covers a lot of area. Let's make sure its targeting is correct. It's not. So let's hit X. There we go. Now the targeting is correct. Let's hit Explore. And we'll have enough to get another villager next round. What a whiff. Nice. Oh! I was like, where's my camera going? Health bars. The health bars of the enemy are color-coded. Green health bars indicate 100 HP per segment, so you can see this guy's got 100 HP. This guy has 200 HP. Blue health bars, or turquoise health bars, are 1,000. So these guys that are coming out of here, they are 10 times stronger than your basic grunt. So if you're like, I don't know what to do about these other guys, you should target them with like your abilities and such. We also might want to find some towers that's sole purpose is wearing these guys down before they get too far along. All right, our towers did pretty well there, and these guys got an upgrade to their fire rate, or at least maybe this one did. I don't know. All right, we don't have enough for any other upgrades. We do have enough to recruit this guy, so let's get them. And now we need to get another house if we would like to continue growing our population. And I feel like one of the keys to this game is getting your population growing, like, rapidly. So, we need 70 wood. We'll get that next turn. And assumedly, the next worker is going to cost 100. Yep, 100, 120, 140, 160. So we could wait around for it to happen naturally, which would be 5 rounds from now. Or maybe 4. No, because then we'll be at 107 or something like that. So it'd be 5 rounds from now. If we add the guy we just got, that would kick it up to 36, which would be 108 plus 9. Not quite enough to get it in 3 rounds. You'd get it in 4 rounds. Although if we reduce the cost of the guy, now all of a sudden it's 72 or 90 instead of 100. And then that would put us at, I think you'd still want 3 people to get there as soon as possible. Let's go for procreative power, and then we get that guy in 3 turns. So let's explore. I don't think there's anything else we can do. So yeah, let's explore. My whole plan this run is to try and get as many workers as I possibly can early on. Hopefully we don't die before that becomes irrelevant. Trying to weaken those blue guys as much as possible. We're out of magical energy juice. Keep hitting them with the fireballs, boys. Nice, nice. This guy's a problem. Okay, not a problem. That wasn't too bad. And you guys upgraded, right? Yeah. Now is 0.07. No, oh, nice. Yeah, they've upgraded quite a bit. I haven't set your upgrade, so you should fire rate. You should fire rate. And then you, honestly, probably range when we get a chance here. So this is the level 8. Okay, so we still have a ways to go. We get another mortar tower. Like, I'm just tempted to just stick it right here. Like, or here would be pretty good. I actually like that one better than this spot. Now, wood. Is there anything we'd like to build? The tavern increases workers' productivity. I have not really made that work very well for me. Gold mine is interesting, but I kind of think just like investing in more towers, especially because these towers they produce wood, like 4 per tower. So they kind of pay for themselves, kind of, I say. But I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's hit explore. And we'll have a worker in 2 more waves. We'll have 15 gold next round. Kind of like... There's pretty good use of fireball. Just like, I feel like clearing out the chaff is helpful. And like, we seem to be doing a pretty good job of whittling them down at this point, so they're not even really hitting the back side of our deeper defenses. And I think our towers should be upgrading faster because we have our heroes like -1 gold per tower. Increase fire rate by 27%. Rapid archer, so this is the three arrow thing. I'm not a huge fan of that one. I kind of think just like stick with the basics, just increase your fire rate of your towers and call it a day, I guess. Let's see here. So we need 60 stone to be able to build another volcano mortar. We could unlock the arc tower. I think I will, just to show it off. Plus, it's the nice thing about unlocking further towers is they don't reset the cost, but because we don't have any of these towers already, they are cheaper than a similar tower that's already got 8 other towers or whatever. I think we put this lightning tower right here, and these do more damage. Well, they hit a foe and then they jump to other foes. So I think this one is also a good one to target a large cluster of enemies first and foremost. And then we probably want them targeting the front of that, so it hits like the front and then tapers backwards. And then also like most health just makes the most sense to me. I think I will change these back here to least health. And I'm only going to do it for these 2 towers because back here, we should be trying to kill enemies that could possibly sneak through rather than wasting time trying to kill an enemy we're not going to kill anyway. That's just the thought I have for those 2 towers specifically. We don't have enough stone for another one of you, but we will have more stone next turn. We do need enough wood to build another house in order to recruit a person next turn, but we will have that by the end of next round. So let's go ahead and trigger the round and see where we go from here. So we're on the boss wave. Yep, so I was going to say Grimlock the Bandit King is going to show up. I've never beaten Grimlock in I've played through a couple of just the first run here to see if I could figure out a way to kill him. And I did not. So maybe we'll come up with a way to get him this time. I hope. All right, we've cleared a lot of the background characters. We got pretty lucky with the way this map spawned. All right, kill Grimlock, please. All right, he's made it past the majority of our defenses. Nail him. Get him. Get him. Please. No! Oh, God. He was so close. He had 24. Oh, you guys, I'm devastated. We almost killed the boss. I needed one more arrow. Oh, man. Anyway, so now we get to choose our reward. So, and we got 272 honor to unlock perks with. So let's go. What do we got here? So we get to unlock some new buildings that add to our village. So we have the Oracle, which allows you to choose risk-reward modifiers for the upcoming waves. That could be nice, especially like early on. You could bump up the risk when it's not super dangerous, and then get some rewards that then like kind of snowball forward. We could offer purchasing relics from a changing selection. I think I would like the Oracle. We've also unlocked the brewery, the trading post, and the statue. Let's unlock perks here. So we've got the meta progression that we can roll into things here. We have 272 to spend. The village shield receives more life points. Increases the choice of legendary relics that bosses drop. Chance to get legendary banner, rare banner, reroll banner choices. I've actually never done that. I probably should be doing that more. Honor per wave and boss kill by 10%. That just like rolls forward your meta progression faster, I guess. And then banish for banner choice events. I do like the idea of starting with more workers. Like that would just make things go faster. Increases the tavern's productivity bonus. I haven't even really built a tavern. First beer production per game consumes 0 wheat. So that is a use for wheat other than just producing more people, is you can start a brewery that then rolls into tavern, which increases your productivity overall. Grants you a reroll per Oracle choice event in the next game. And then banish for Oracle choices. Grants banish? I don't know what that means. Statue's bonus is increased by 5. I've never built the statue either. I assume it just makes your towers stronger. That does sound useful. And then maybe just more town HP? Although the thing that killed us was the boss, and I believe that always just kills you. Let's get all the basic upgrades out of the way at least. I like that, you know, starting with more resources sounds nice. We haven't unlocked... Holy cow, there's so many buildings I haven't even seen. And then maybe... well, I guess these are really expensive. I was going to say maybe the option of re-roll it, or getting a better banner. Increasing the honor we get as well seems useful. All right, so let's roll it back. New village. Choose our starter bonus. So we could start with a bunch of wheat. Lose life point per wave. Isn't that just gonna kill us? Like over time? I don't understand this one. Let's keep it simple. Nice horn action. Start with our 2 towers here, because that's where I like to have them anyway. Start the lumber camp. So we have 3 workers to start with, which is nice. Get a worker going here, and then we have a bunch of wheat. So we should be able to work this pretty well. Let's throw them into the lumber camp so we can get a bunch of wood right off the bat. Build a quarry and then start building our gold. Let's get tax burden again. I like the way that rolls forward, especially now that we're starting with more villagers than we did before. And then let's just hit it. So we'll have an Oracle choice at level 4 here. Now that was easy. Oh, just a second. Okay, so I think we're all set up here. Because we need, well, yeah, we still have some space. Let's get this worker. Get this quarry. Because I would like to start gathering stone as well. Do we have a good place for our mortar tower? Kind of depends on what comes as far as the next part of the map. Because, like, if it circles back around this way, I would love to put it up on top of this mountain, but if it starts going over this way, then that kind of sucks. So let's hold on to the resources we have for a second here. Let's go ahead and get the oak crusher. I don't think we're gonna be upset about more wood, especially because I can't get used to the fact that we were gaining like 14 spare wood or whatever it was, at least 10 from our towers. Actually, I think it was up to like 20 at the end of the game because we had that double bonus from the banner. Okay, it keeps going off that way. Not the best spawned map for a mortar tower. Maybe like right here would be okay. I guess if we put it here and it does still circle back around the other way. It does circle back around the other way. It still would give us a pretty good place to be firing from, especially if we got the range upgrade on that guy. So we want to think about that. We do have a lot of stone, not a lot of wheat, and our next worker is at 80. We could knock it down if we get the procreative power, which we probably should, because it's still relatively early on to be hiring workers. I'm just trying to think. Do we want to build any more towers? Maybe like right here would be a good one. And you want to like get them going early because then they can start gaining experience. It's not doing exactly what I was hoping it would from a range perspective. I actually really like this spot for the tower. Barbed arrows. Arrows of the arrow tower inflict a bleeding debuff on impact. It stacks 3 times and slows. Is that all bleeding does? It doesn't actually harm you. Is there a burning effect? The lucky shot did work pretty well for us. We were like 1 lucky shot away from killing the boss last time. Maybe that's not a good way to like plan your run, is hoping for a 10% a 10% thing to work out for you, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. Then let's get a lightning tower here. You should be you're not set up correctly, so you should be first group most health. You're already set to progress in most health, and then you have, yeah, group. Okay, maybe it's because I'd never hit X for this guy. Okay. Do we don't want another mortar tower? I feel like right here would be pretty good, but it kind of depends on what the rest of the map holds. This one's not terrible. It's like right in the middle of this long stretch. Let's hit that one. I don't want to like end up in the spot where I'm like, man, I wish my towers had more experience. That one seems like a pretty good place for an arrow tower too. All right, we've utilized a lot of our resources, but I think we want to steal a worker from here and start getting more wheat. So this will allow us to get our next worker in 2 rounds. We'll be at 48. We'll be at 70. So we'll actually be 2 short, even with procreative power, because we need 72. Okay, we'll just leave it at that right now. We can get more wheat later or less. Actually, if we get golden fertility next time, we'll have enough to get a worker. That's funny. I wonder if putting a tower in the middle there would be a good idea. I'm not 100% convinced it is a good idea. Ooh, we get an oracle. Path of Rarity. The next 5 waves, the chance of encountering uncommon banners increases. Well, we do have a banner choice coming up. For the next 5 waves, the chance of chests containing relics is multiplied by 4. I have not encountered a single chest at all. Is there a chance? Is the chance 0? I think I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit on that one because I'm not 100% sure we have we have more than a non-zero chance of getting a chest. All right, we continue just chugging along here. We'll get our hero choice after this wave. All right, so we have Gustav. Building upgrade costs are reduced by 10%, and we get a chest. We don't even have a trading ship, so I don't know if Kettle is like a good idea. Hallstein increases the chance of enemy elites, and then a random common banner, and he comes with Arcane Strike and Ice Strike, which freezes and slows everybody. That could be useful. I'm torn between Gustav. Honestly, I feel like maybe an elite enemy would be sick because then you could get rewards from them. And then we just got Crescendo Blast. I don't know if I like that. It reduces the AoE on 3 shots, but then doubles it on the 4th. I mean, I guess we'll try it. See what happens. Fire rate. And then you are interesting. Do I want to go for my range upgrade? It would allow you to shoot pretty far. Not convinced that one's great. Maybe I'd go for damage on this guy. Okay, so now... Oh, we were 3 shy. We can build another tower, though. Is here a good place for a tower? That just seems kind of dumb. Like, I'm being seduced by the idea that they run around me, but I only fire... Like, if it was an AoE tower that, like, blasted around it... Like, like, a frost tower? Yeah, slowing Nova. That might be a great place for that one to go. But I feel like I'm being seduced by the fact that it would be right in the center of the path, but it's actually not that great. Maybe like here would be okay. Yeah, and then we just need to wait for more people. Maybe like right here would be a good place for Frost Blast. I didn't even need my spell. Never mind. Legendary! The crit chance of an arc tower also increases its crit damage to a certain share. Okay, we're going crit chance on our arc towers, I guess. You, crit chance. Bam. It increases. They're tied together, so I think we're going pure crit chance on the lightning tower here. Is this? It's funny. Being further up doesn't actually change where its range is. But maybe being further up is better for it in general. And then we auto crit chance because that's what our legendary skill gave us. We have this runestone tower. Delivers immense burst of damage via concentrated beam. I guess we should probably just unlock it. It's 35 stone and 5 gold. Okay, so that's the first tower that's required gold to operate. Get a worker. And then roll them into wheat gathering. The next wood tower is going to cost 60. Okay. And we'll need to build a house. So maybe that's what we focus on, is get two more waves worth of wood to get a house. And then 2 more waves worth of wheat will give us enough for a worker. Okay, I think that's plan. I should probably upgrade my pickaxe. And then maybe hold on to some gold for this runestone tower here. Maybe. Let's see if we can get through the boss wave. We're at wave 7 right now. Let's kick up the speed again. We kind of know what we're doing now. Nice, dude. The towers are doing pretty good work. All right, so we want to hold on to this for a house. We want to hold on to this for the next worker. We don't have enough to spend anything, so just hit explore again. This is a nice little zone here that we could build on. Like, this tower right here might be a good one for possibly a lightning tower? Arc tower? Good job, team. Level up. Hit that range level up. Like that this is a great, this is also a pretty decent spot for a tower, but like I think this should be arc tower territory. But we need a 45 a stack of 45 stone. So we should probably steal a guy from the or honestly maybe steal them from the mill. Throw them in the quarry. Now we'll have enough for our arc tower next turn. Build the house. Recruit the guy. Now we have an extra dude. Got a lot of gold just kind of sitting around. Maybe throw him in the lumber camp just to get things rolling. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna regret more fertility. That's an awkward sentence. Let's hit explore again. Alright, the boss wave is coming one after this wave, so I would love to get this arc tower up and running just to start chewing through enemies at the very beginning. We have an elite. Prepare yourselves. Slow them down. Uh-oh. Slow time down here, buds. Ooh, we got lucky with the crit back there. I don't know if there wasn't really anything I could have done about it by slowing down time, but I did it anyway. Each volcano mortar begins to uncontrollably throw magma balls at random enemies. It shoots faster but can no longer be controlled. Honestly, I might not hate that, because it's 55% faster. Increases the range but reduces fire rate. Honestly, shooting faster because it's got the lower AoE but then the high AoE at the force shot. I think it could work together. The next 5 waves, the chance of chests containing relics is multiplied by 4, or the next 5 waves, spell damage is increased by 30%. I think because we have a boss wave coming up, boosting the chest that we may get seems useful. That might not be true, but I've convinced myself it is true. Alright, that's the only tower we can afford. We have 30 wood. Honestly, I think we just save our stuff. Oh, there's a chest back here. Ooh. Okay, so the chest has war supplies, which are just stuff we can utilize, or sometimes you might get relics. All right, we have another tower here. Honestly, I'm cool with just like slapping it down here to just like keep weakening enemies. You should aim for the least healthy guy, so you can try to chunk through the weakest enemies. And then honestly, we just send it. Cross your fingers. We're going for the boss again. Grimlock the Bandit King is back with a vengeance. Now, I think we would like to trigger... Oh, hold on. I didn't realize you were not leveled up yet. I think we go damage on this guy. I think we would like to trigger our frost effect like right around here, because this is where the majority of our tower defense is concentrated. Doing pretty good. I think we want to slow down Grimlock. So let's hit him and his buddies. Slow him down again. We got a building workshop upgrade. We can't open chests during the defense phase. I think he's gonna kill us again. Oh man. It was so much better last time. Oh boy. And we only got 43 honor that time. Well, we didn't get a new high score either. The first wave was better, but we have unlocked more stuff. So anyway, that's been Nordhold. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep playing it. It's a lot of fun. I would love to see, like, as I go further and further in the meta progression, how it goes. Definitely check it out on Steam. I think it's a great little tower defense. It's pretty standard as far as, like, how it works. The hex system is pretty cool. I would like to see some way to kind of influence the pathing, maybe. or something. Maybe that'll come later in the game. But for now, if you guys enjoyed the video, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of things like Nordhold, you want to see other videos I have going on the channel, you should subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!